Well, welcome to Martial Arts Business Success. My name is Phil Britton.
And I'm Graham McDonald.
And we're from TIMA, the Institute of Martial Arts, giving you guys the tips, tools and techniques so you can turn your business from surviving to thriving. And Graham, how you been going today?
Mate, phenomenal. You know, not just good. There's a rule that we have whenever we say this to somebody. How you going? Good. It is a standard we do not accept. So if ever you guys, my challenge to you next time someone asks how you going, always try and be better than that. Fake it till you make it.
Absolutely. Well, today's topic we got, when is it time to change it up? What am I talking about? Well, you know, when is enough enough? When do you change course? When do you stop something and try something else? When do you change it up completely? You know, the whole lift the snow dome up and turn it upside down and try and get different results. Well, the only time you know to do this is when if you're not getting the results that you want in your business and in life. That's when it's time to change. But if you can precede the curve before it gets too bad, well, then you're already in front of the game as well. So, Graham, have you got any suggestions on how we can change things up before it's too late?
Look, it's important to just identify what could be the challenge. So let's say we're talking about classes, and classes are starting to drop in numbers. So we've got to look at, is it the instructor? We could potentially change them up before we make some critical changes in the classes and then scrap a program. What about the timetable? Is the classes maybe too late? Again, it's about surveying students and potentially us, and I know we spoke about that in previous podcasts, but I really think it's important to identify what is the cost investment going into that class, how much effort is it, and what are we getting back from it? Because I know that with our schools, Phil, we have programs that are available on different days, so we just may shut down a particular day, and that's not a major thing. Scrapping the entire program, which we have done before, was a long and lengthy decision, and we really needed to give ourselves some definite checkpoints. So for example, you know, for you guys that are watching and listening in, if you think that the things aren't working well, rather than change everything and then try and test that and try and get some stats on that, whether it's going to be beneficial or not, change one thing, let it run its course for a couple of weeks, change another thing, let it run its course. Sort of factor those things in before you have the guillotine and it gets scrapped completely. So it's important to make sure there's little steps to get you to where you need to be.
Yeah, I think for me, it's all about being proactive. And really, when it comes to business, how do you be proactive in your business? Well, just like a pilot would be flying a plane, he's got to check the dials. You got to look at all the gauges of the dials and see what the wind direction's going, what direction going, and only then you can go, well, hang on, no, this is not going well. We're going off course. Let's change direction ever so slightly, or damn, we need to turn this plane around. And that's the thing we're doing with our martial arts business or any business that we operate, is always checking the dials, the levers, the gauges to make sure that we're on the right path. You know, we've had to stop classes, we've cancelled classes, we've created classes, we've combined belt levels, we've combined ages, we've done it all. And you know, we always come back from our overseas trips when we go and check out other martial arts schools, and we come back with these long lists of things, and we say to our staff, we promise we'll never change anything today. But you know, we're always changing, we're always innovating, and we know that, and that's one of our quotes: innovate or die. If you want to be ahead of the curve, if you want to be at the top of the ladder of your industry and your niche, you have to be innovating different things on getting new people in the door and keeping them at your business, because you all should know that it costs way more to market to new members than it does to keep your own, the ones that you have.
I could agree. Phil, just for the guys who may be wondering, what the hell are the dials in a martial arts business or in business in general? What are the dials?
Yeah, well, you know, there are your KPIs, I guess. You know, you've got class statistics, you know, class attendance percentages. You've got the amount of inquiries that are coming in. And again, I think we've spoken in previous podcasts about your return on investment when it comes to marketing. So you want to be tracking that. You definitely want to be tracking your the process, the sales funnel. So when they pick up the phone to when they join up, or if they don't even join up at all, track that process as well. There's another whole bunch of 3 or 4 dials there. You've got DNAs, you know, are people turning up? And then what are you doing with those dials? You know, if no one's turning up after a couple of sessions, what are you doing with that? So, you know, there are plenty more dials or gauges that we check within our business. But yeah, what I've found traveling and speaking and helping and coaching a lot of business owners is they don't have time. And that's what it's all about. It's trying about getting time. The only way you're going to get time is by tracking your stats. You know, and that's where it comes down to, you know, like what do you want to be doing with your business in 5 or 10 or 20 years time? Do you want to be at the top of the mountain guiding the ship? Do you want to be in the coalface digging in the trenches? You've really got to start thinking about your business big picture. And the only way you're going to get big picture thinking, big picture action is by making sure you've got statistics.
Hey guys, I'm going to challenge you a little bit for those guys who are listening on this. And look, myself and Phil are all about quotes. We're all about understanding things. But I need you guys to really kind of think about this. If you're too busy to create good systems, you'll always be too busy. Simple as that. It may sound pretty blatantly obvious, but guys, it's important to put first things first. Stats for us is where it's the pulse of your business. It's where you know what's going right and what's going wrong. And it doesn't need to be a critical issue to make you react. It's about refinement and tweaking. And that's where it's important for you to understand at what point do we then make those changes or cut it away completely. Now, the flip side of that coin is, Phil, I know that there's quite a few guys that we've spoken to as well on our travels that continually flip between this next fad, this next style, this next that. What is the risk of actually changing up too often?
Well, your clients just aren't going to be concrete. They're not going to be platformed. They're not going to be. It's like dare I say it? Before you go out, and if you've got a wife or a girlfriend out there, there are multiple changes of clothes that they may go through before they go out, and the other person on the other end's going, come on, this is happening again. It's the same thing's going to happen for your clients. Like, what do you mean? Can't you stick to your guns? What sort of style are we trying to do? Are you practicing what you preach? So the clients are going to get confused. They're not going to show that consistency. And therefore, if you, the instructor or business owner, are jumping from ship to ship to ship, then there's a good chance that your students will follow. They'll just go, well, I'm just going to go over to this school, and I'm going to go to this school and that school, and then they'll become just a dojo rat and never really amount to anything. And we know that it's not really about what we teach; it's how we teach it. In martial arts, yes, the what is important, the martial arts self-defense skills or tournament type sparring, whatever it is that you do, it's how you teach it and it's the change that you make.
Hey guys, I don't think you even noticed what Phil just gave you there. He gave you an absolute gem. So what that basically is you may have a very traditional art and your roots are down deep. That doesn't mean that you have to teach the same way as what you potentially learnt yourself too. You can find a dynamic way of presenting and still honoring and respecting your traditions in your arts that you do, but it's the delivery system that's different. And I guess that's what you've got to really focus on nowadays is the way the technology is changing, the way the world is changing. People are learning differently. They want things delivered differently. So that's where, we find, okay, when we talk about when is it time to change it up, it's not necessarily change it up and get rid of a style, but the way that you deliver that style. And again, for you as the instructor, geez, if I want to change it up, how do I need to reboot me? What do I need to do to reinvigorate me so I can present differently in the way that I teach my classes, and therefore it rubs off on students as well?
Absolutely. Let me just sort of segue into a different way of thinking this, just so that for other people out there who might be thinking, I'm just not sure how this applies. Let's look at it as investing. When's the best time to invest? Invest in your future, invest in your wealth creation. When's the best time to invest? Well, it's now, and it's with as little as you have. It doesn't really matter, because what will happen in years to come, and if you've never invested now, on whatever level that might be, you end up 5-10 years down wishing you had have done something back then. So, if you want a tree, when's the best time to plant it? Today, because you're only going to get the growth over time. And that's the difference that makes a difference.
Yeah, look, I couldn't agree more, mate. It's, don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today and take action. Yeah.
So, look, guys, I hope you're enjoying the new podcast, version 2.0, where we're not only giving you great audio, but we're getting the video to you guys as well. We have a couple of extra little things that we're doing in these podcasts. Graham, what are we doing?
Look, there's what we like to do is throw it out to you guys. It's there's a little segment that is questions for the boys, because we're here to serve you. We can only educate you to the level that you guys want. And if we don't know what your pain points are, what your challenges are, we can't obviously fulfill those, those questions and those needs. So we want you to really throw it to us. Let us know the things that you're finding a challenge. You may have overcome a challenge you want to share, so we can obviously do that as well too. We can throw a shout out saying, hey, look, you did this well. But the only way we can receive that team is to send it through via our admin at tima.com.au. There's obviously the social media aspect, guys. Get online, check us out, like our pages, both Facebook and all the other media that we have, and just start following us, guys.
Also, something that Graham and myself have been thinking about doing is offering our podcast listeners something specific, a very special deal that you guys can take advantage of, and it is only just for the people who are watching or listening to this podcast. So what it is if you would like to take advantage of this, you just obviously need to go to our website and you get to join up to our silver level. It's $99, and we're actually going to throw you in gold level for free. So silver level is sort of like your school liftoff platform with all your ideas, thoughts. It's about getting your business from where it is to where you want to be. It's about getting in the right mindset. It's about making sure you're in the right area and all these things. So silver level membership is an amazing school liftoff, or it's also good for those schools that are 200, 300, 400, 500 or more to go back and just make sure that they've got these things nailed, because times have changed. And in gold level, Graham, we have all our systems, procedures, the checklist. It's like the box of tricks.
It's the kitchen sink and everything included.
Everything's
guys.
in there. So what we do for the $99 that it costs to do silver, because you're a podcast listener, we're going to give you gold level for free, and we're actually also going to throw in a free coaching session. So if we added all that up, guys, it's a value of $898, and you're just going to get that for $99 a month. And if you can continue that, then we can work out something for you guys.
Hey Phil, I know that we probably haven't even thought of this. Is there a deadline? Is there a time frame that they can only use this in? Obviously, with this particular podcast, once it goes live, guys, we won't be letting this go for too much longer. So it's important that as soon as this is released, it's a couple of weeks, guys, and then you are done and dusted. So you got to take action. We're all about action takers.
Absolutely. And going on the topic, when is it time to change? Well, when you get given opportunities to change, opportunities to improve, opportunities to be better, then you should be taking them. And we're willing to invest our time in helping you grow your business to go from where you are to where you want to be. And without sort of you guys committing or investing in that, then you might risk yourself being in the same position year after year, and then 10 years down the track being in the same position. And we don't want that. We want you guys to get exponential growth, both personally and professionally. And I ask you guys, did you get where you are as a martial artist without a coach, a mentor, an instructor? No. Does the pro athletes get to where they want to be, the Olympics, without a professional coach? No. Do we have coaches?
Oh yeah.
Yes. You need a coach, a business coach, a personal, whatever it might be, that's going to help you go from where you are to where you want to be. If you're struggling, if you're suffering, if you're finding it hard, find someone. If it's not us, find somebody else. I don't mind who it is, but if you want to improve in your life, find someone who can help you. Well, I've had a ball today, really good topic.
It's always good to chat, team, and even better now that you get to see us doing our thing on the video. So always great, guys. I can't wait to speak to you again on the next edition.
And on our final parting piece of advice, remember our logo. Believe in yourself, begin the journey, and become the person and the business of your dreams. Ciao.
Peace.
TIMA, innovating the martial arts industry.